struggle to make big choices in life? Are you stuck in a state of inertia? Our life is no more than the sum of every single decision that we make. So making wise decisions is arguably the most important skill to learn. In this video, I'm going to teach you a CEO's framework to make important decisions in your own life. Hi, I'm Raj. I've been the founder and CEO of multiple businesses across e-commerce, real estate, and finance, worked in investment banking, venture capital, and private equity, and landed a spot on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. My goal here is to teach you some of the skills and tools that I've learned in running my own businesses and allow you to apply them to your own life. Point 1, stop spending time thinking what and start spending time thinking how. In business, when a new idea is discussed, for example, maybe we buy this company, people do not spend time fixated on the question of if we should buy this company. They start getting to work on the market research to help inform that decision, i.e. the how. In the case of, for example, purchasing another company, you would start doing research on that company, the market dynamics, the market trends, what a transaction could look like, what the pricing would be, what the timelines would be. In a similar way, when faced with decisions in your own career life, instead of thinking about the question of, for example, what do I want to do? Start exploring exactly what those roles would look like and doing the market research to inform those decisions. This is far more productive time spent. This could include making a list of people to reach out to who work in organizations similar to the organizations or careers that you're looking at, hitting them up, asking for intel similar to market research. This could also include doing some research on the career trajectories that these options could land you on. In thinking about the how, you should also start thinking, if I took this opportunity, what would my day-to-day look like? Everything from my commute, where I would have lunch, who I'd be speaking with, who I would be interacting with. What could this lead to? Really mapping out the how in an as realistic way as possible is going to move you away from a state of inertia into a state of real visualization. It's the how, not the what, that's going to help you figure out if a certain path looks like it's actually in your best interest. Number 2, what's hot versus what can I set on fire? So what do I mean by this? In business, it's very important to be aware of your competitive advantage. This is what I define as what you can set on fire, as well as the current market landscape. What other people are doing, what other competitors are doing, what the macroeconomic environment looks like. This is what I define as what's hot. Great decisions take into account both. So in terms of what's hot, when making a career or life decision, have a think about what the current market dynamics are. What is the job market looking like? Which geographies are experiencing massive growth? You want to make decisions that take you on a path of growth because this will feel less like an uphill battle. If something is already on an upwards trajectory, you'll be moving along with that trajectory and benefit from it. Saying that, that's not enough. You also want to be clear to choose something that you can set on fire. By which I mean, this is when you need to take a step back and think about your own competitive advantage and where that will be best placed. This could be aspects like, well, I'm great working in smaller teams. I would like a small collaborative environment where I can really build relationships and rise internally quickly. Or it could be that you have multiple languages that you can speak, and hence being in a larger multinational organization where that skill can be leveraged will be a competitive advantage. It's important to take this step and do a self-assessment of what your clear competitive advantages are. You want to lead with these, put them forward, and also tie this with an industry that is hot. Number 3, just do it. What I mean by this is that state of inertia that we spoke about is the thing that we want to get out of as quickly as possible. In business, startups are often touted for being able to move very quickly and take over incumbent. This is because they often employ the lean startup method, which means instead of thinking about if we should do something, they start to do it with very little resource, i.e. in a very lean method. You can take the same principles and apply these to your own life. For example, if you're thinking about a certain career, again, instead of just thinking about it, start actually making experiments within that space or taking small steps. This could look like taking an internship, asking to shadow someone who's doing something that you want to do, starting to have coffees with people in the organization that you're looking to get into. All of these actions are a way to start in a very lean way without overcommitting yourself, but they are actions that will give you more insight. Through taking these actions, you might actually learn through the process of doing that something isn't meant for you. It's far better to figure this out with a small investment versus taking no action, making a big choice or change, only to figure out that it wasn't right for you. This can often lead to a bigger setback than it would have taken for the effort to just make small steps. And number 4, think about the opportunity cost. In an organization, in the same way that there's limited budget, in your own life, you only have limited time. A CEO makes ultimate choices based on budget and resource allocation. After taking the small steps, understanding if something is viable, if we have a competitive advantage, and then employing the lean startup method to start taking initial actions and experiments in the space, ultimately, we need to decide if we go all in. This is when the question of resource and time comes up. As within an organization, every budget allocation has an opportunity cost. In the same way, in your own life, every place that you allocate your time has an opportunity cost. It's important to be really real about this. The best way to think about this is actually write down what that opportunity cost is. Is that opportunity cost the cost of another vocation or career? And if so, what does that look like? Is it the opportunity cost of time with friends and family and leisure? Or is it something else? In any case, it's important to be really upfront and clear about this. Ask yourself if you're willing to take that opportunity cost. And by asking this question, you'll make decisions where you feel happier and more fulfilled in the short and long run. So there you have it, a CEO framework of 4 steps to applying to your own career life to make the best decisions. If you like this video and my new channel, please give me a comment and a like, and do subscribe for more tips and tricks to optimizing your career and your life.